welcome to Bold Ladies in Business Podcast Coffee Connection. I'm so excited.
Me too.
Awesome. Well,
Thank
I'm
you for
excited
having me.
today. I have an amazing friend on. She's been with us since the beginning, so supportive, the amazing, the beautiful, the wonderful Sheri Kline. She has been with us, as I said, probably in the very beginning when we first started almost 4 years ago. She's a gold sponsor. She is the proud owner of Age Well, Die Well, and she's going to share so many wonderful things with us. Welcome, Sheri.
Thank you. So I'm so glad to be here. And I just think it's amazing how this organization has grown and done so much for the community.
I can't wait, but you know how this goes. We have to have coffee together. So you have tea, I have coffee. And actually, we're gonna go
Yes,
ahead. I want to show my cup, the Bold Ladies in
I
Business
like your
coffee
cup.
cup. And then the back part says, go big, go bold. Yay! So let's have a sip.
I like that. Mine says make it happen.
I love that. Make it happen. That was my message yesterday. Like go out there and make it happen. So let's dive right in. Let's have some fun. I can't wait for everybody to hear what you have to say. So my first question to you is, tell me about your business and why you're so passionate about it.
Okay. So as a nurse, I have always, since I was a teenager, wanted to help people. And that was just in my being. And my maiden name is Hickey. That means healer
Oh,
in Ireland,
I didn't know that.
the Hickey name. And it means healer. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is all, connecting. So anyway, I'm in medicine for many years, 4 decades or more. And then I became holistic and I realized there was way more ways to help people than just medicine. And I've worked with people from preemies to
Oh,
end of life. And I really settled in with geriatrics and elderly people. And chronic diseases was everywhere. And here we are trying to prevent and stabilize people. And I just found it was really interesting that medicine wasn't always the answer. So, like with me, myself, I found I needed more movement. I needed Pilates. I needed more nutrition, better nutrition. I really, I saw how things made a difference. I got into aromatherapy and I was like, oh my gosh, if someone has a head discomfort or they have arthritis, yes, I can say that. And because a lot of these new things, like we go back to ancient medicines, Ayurveda and homeopathy, and we go back to ancient things, and we're not really allowed to say this will heal. FDA won't let us say that, but I just said arthritis because I can, and or a GI discomfort, and I found that instead of giving more medicine, if we changed lifestyle, particular things, we could solve some of the solutions better without the medicine. And stress. Okay, so stress comes in, and now I'm realizing that stress is really there, and there's so much energy behind it. The more I work with people dying,
Yeah.
they are teaching me more about living. Now, a lot of people don't like to talk about death. It's the number one fear in the world, right?
Right.
But it really can be beautiful.
Mm.
It's the most intimate time in the world.
No.
So I do like to bring it back. It's definitely my passion to talk about it, to educate people. If they're aware that they can be empowered to, you're going to plan your wedding, you're going to plan your buying a car, buying a house, you're going to plan having a baby. Well, dying, we should have our plan.
Right.
And I am willing to help people do that. I think advanced directives for everyone over 18,
Right.
they need to know they have choices.
Right.
And there's so much hope. So I love hope right up to the last minute. Um, so you can tell, yes, I'm pretty passionate about this. And I like how I say age well, die well. In other words, I really have always wanted to help people live their best life.
Right.
And now I've just added on, live their best life until that last breath.
I know.
And it's possible. And I use all these different modalities. And I know people tell me, you can't, you need to focus more on one thing. But I can't, because our world is interconnected.
Mhm.
Interconnected. All of the parts of me are interconnected.
Right.
We're interconnected.
Right.
Boss ladies, bold ladies is interconnected.
Mhm.
The community is interconnected. We're all interconnected. And um, there's all these different pieces, and they come together to make the whole. And I think that's really important. And so that's why like I say, I, I I don't like, dying is not a medical experience. And when you work in ICU or you get stuck in the hospital, that's what it becomes.
Right.
But it's a human experience. And living is a human experience, and that life force is our vital energy. And that's what we need to share. And we share whether we know it or not. So I like to try to pretend I say pretend, because sometimes we have to practice it.
Mhm.
Like the optimism,
Mhm.
it's not like just lackadaisical to be optimistic that things will go right.
Right.
You have to practice it, um, because where your intention goes, that's where your energy is going to flow. And it's really important. And if you don't know things, ask for help.
I
It's
agree.
hard to ask for help.
I know.
Okay, so
But you shared something last night that I thought about it a lot. And you said that people that are dying have taught you a lot. And I thought that was, like, I get emotional just saying that because, first of all, it's their journey and we're learning from them because we're not there yet. And it takes a special person like you to really give them that quality to the very end. And I love that you shared it that way because it's something that we should all learn because it's their journey. And when you speak, it gives me a certain peace knowing that you're with these people that really need you. And I know that I've referred you people that loved that you were there for them and their families. And I talked about it in the car on the way over to our meeting to Shore
thank
County,
you.
saying that it does take a special person like you to bring out the best in everybody around them when they're going through that. So I appreciate your passion. You're so passionate about everything that you do with such quality and such classiness, and it shows in everything that you do. So I
Oh,
appreciate that.
thank you.
So thank you for sharing that. And then, of course, it brings us to the next one, which to me is so important because so many people that might not be a bold lady or have only been in for a minute share how the bold ladies has impacted your business. What kind of connections have you made here? So I think that that's a fun question. So I want to hear about that.
Well, you know me. Anybody who knows me knows me. I just say what's on my mind.
True.
Um, so I remember my first bold meeting. It was actually the day of my first um, announcing, or my first online class,
Oh, wow.
for people. And I remember you say your name, your business, and your name,
Right,
right? And there were a lot of people in health and wellness at this
right,
meeting. There was probably only 26 people there
yeah,
at most. I say my name, Sheri Kline, age well. Everyone goes, and I say die well. And they went, ooh, okay.
Woo!
But the next year, a year goes by and it's grown. There's 100 people in the room.
Right,
And I said, Sheri Kline, age well. The whole room said, die well with me.
right,
And I felt connected.
right.
And connection is like my one characteristic that it is me. I like to connect with people deep down inside. I don't even need to have the conversation, but if I feel connected with you, I am. And bold ladies, I get that. I love how I see everybody supporting each other. I
Yes.
love that we're in our communities, and then we all, like I said a few minutes ago, we're interconnected. We all need things. We
Yeah.
need things from each other,
Yeah.
and we all can help each other. Another thing, even if people are in the same fields,
Yes.
I don't seek the eating their young, or like, get out of my way kind of thing.
I love that.
I am a person, and I've had people like other, maybe aromatherapists,
Right.
or I've had other Pilates people, or I've had
Yeah.
other end of life doulas.
Yeah.
And they think there's a competition. And I'm like, guess what? I
Right.
don't care. The more the merrier, even if they're from a different school, a different train of thought. I believe we all need to connect because we're always going to learn from each other, and we need each other.
Yes.
Um, we help each other. That's what being human, being that being, is about.
I
And
agree.
the energy has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So let's share it.
I love that. We're not, and people will say, oh, well, how many people are in this field that, when they first come in, they have that mindset. I'm like, I don't know, but it doesn't matter because we're not competing with each other. We're connecting with each other. And it's a beautiful thing. I said, I might connect with Sheri because that's what we did from day one. And maybe I'll connect with somebody else. And that's okay. Like you said, we're all connected somehow, but we're creating community and connection. And that's why we're so successful.
And the other thing I just want to put on the tail there is, even though I'm not at a lot of the meetings and such, I do pay attention, and I love how the community nonprofits are,
I know,
um, you know, being helped.
I know.
I mean, we're aware of them.
Yeah.
It brings awareness, and then financially it helps, and I'm sure volunteer wise it helps.
Yes.
It's just like, right away I moved to the area, and right away I knew where to take my stuff that was going to help somebody else, like a brand new stroller. I
Right.
knew where to take that. Yeah,
It's
just
unbelievable. It feels so good to be part of that. And once, like somebody said to me, what's in it for you? And I was like, my gosh, my heart is in it. That's what I love about this. I love helping the community. I love connecting women. I love helping women succeed in their businesses. So you've been a
and
part of this the whole time with us, and I love
people
that.
say that, especially about the aromatherapy.
Yeah.
They'll say, well, what are you getting out of it?
Ah,
Well, actually, I don't really care. I just
yeah.
want you to get the right product. I want you to get help. I want you to get the best deals.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's that mindset that we're in it to help. It's such a beautiful thing, right? But it's just educating women to think differently about themselves and their businesses and how they react to things. I think you've always had that caring heart and the giving, and some people just need to learn it. That's all.
and um, I like how you just said some people need to learn it.
Yeah,
So even if they're cautious,
yeah,
if someone comes in and they're cautious,
yeah.
if the community around them uh, accepts and shows them trustworthiness,
Right.
dedication, they're going to learn, and that energy is going to get flip-flopped.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I know that you've been a nurse for, gosh, 40 plus years, and people don't know all your filters. You have so many different layers of what you do. You really truly are a very bold lady. I know that you went back to school for your doctorate. Like, I'm so proud of you. When people say you were retired, and we just start laughing because we're like, what was that? Yeah, we're retired, whatever that looks like, right? I have more jobs now than I did before, but it's okay because it's who we are. So I want you to share one tip that you can give the women that are listening, and even men that might be listening, to help them, that has helped you soar in your business, that made you a great entrepreneur.
One thing, seriously.
Like, I know with you, it's not gonna be one
I
thing.
know when I
That's
saw that
okay.
and I heard that, but I'm gonna do it. And then I'm just gonna say one thing. And I started this when I was a young child,
Wow.
and it just grew to listen,
Ah,
listen.
yes.
So and then as becoming a nurse and such, um, I felt like I was a detective.
Yeah.
I listened. Um, I would ask questions.
Mm,
Like if someone comes before you and they say, well, I didn't take my medicine. Well, listen, why? You know, unravel it, unravel it,
right,
unravel it. Or if someone comes and they tells me, you got something for my stomach, and I unravel that,
yeah,
ask questions, I listen, I let them talk, I let them go on and interject questions, and you find out that it's a stress situation.
yeah,
You might find out it's a stress situation where there's a danger involved
yeah,
that needs to be taken care of first before the stomach, or,
right.
so listening,
Gosh,
listening, listening, listening. And as I'm saying this and I'm nodding and I'm paying attention to you and I'm nodding. So sometimes when I'll get into my zone,
right,
or even at the end of life, or when I'm having the conversation with people
right,
who maybe need to have a DNR signed
right.
and they don't want to because they think that's giving up,
Yeah.
but I will listen to
Mm,
their thoughts,
mm,
what's important to them,
yeah,
listen and listen. And as things back up, and then maybe I'll ask a question. Have you
right.
ever experienced anything like this? I'll just ask whatever I feel like I should ask because I don't ask a lot. I don't really talk a lot,
Right.
believe it or not, in situations because I'm listening and trying to unravel, but I will find out that maybe this 80-year-old man at the age of 5 had a bad experience
Mm,
and that's all he's ever known.
right,
And he's not open to the possibility that there's more.
right,
So before I tell him there is a possibility, I want to break it down and see where he's coming at.
right.
And then I can talk more. I can give my response to that 5-year-old
Right,
boy,
right. I
so to
love
speak.
that.
And I get chills because I'm
No,
really remembering
a
a
situation.
situation.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
And it just makes all the
Yeah,
difference in the world.
yeah. I think you nailed it. I'm on a course where I feel like asking the right questions are so
There's
important.
there's a book called, my son told me,
Yeah,
um, the book is called The Book of Beautiful Questions.
nice. I love that. I'm gonna check into it.
You can ask one question and
Yeah, it's
zero it down 20 layers.
exactly. One question, listen more and talk less because it's so powerful. I think people just want to be heard and really seen in more ways than one, especially in your business, but in any business, an entrepreneur, it's never going to be about me. It's going to be about my client. And that's for you the same thing. So that's a really, really good tip. I don't think anybody that's been on our podcast had ever said that. So you're the first, and I love that so much. So
Okay.
we could keep talking, you and me can go on forever, but we're on a time frame. But I want to have our audience, if they needed you, where is their easiest way that they can find you? But of course, we're finishing, but we're gonna have like a little video at the end. If you're not a bow lady and you're interested in this, there's gonna be a little video for you, and there's gonna be a link that's gonna take us to our beautiful directory where Sheri is part of that as well. But if somebody wanted to reach you as they've seen this video, what's the easiest way for them to reach you? Would it be your website? Where would they find you, Miss Sheri?
I would say, like, I am on Facebook.
Okay,
I'm Sheri Kline.
okay,
I also like my phone number.
okay. Go ahead and
Text,
give it to them here, please.
text 352-213-4693. 4034.
Awesome.
I do answer my texts more often than I answer like the Facebook messages.
Yeah.
They get lost,
Yeah,
honestly.
they do. They do.
And then I have an email, which
Okay,
you
can
have
you
my email.
give them your email?
Okay, Sharon, ShaRoen at mac.com.
Awesome, awesome. Well, this has been such a nice time together. Again, my name is Anna Reyes-Ouzts. I'm the executive director with Bold Ladies, and we always need to finish with our coffee again, right? Because this is
Oh,
part of what we do. I say go big, go big,
cheers.
right? Cheers to an
Cheers.
amazing conversation. And here's to next time, my friend. I absolutely adore you. What a nice conversation. Thank you for being my guest. We love
Thank you for
you.
having me.
Have
I
a
love
great
you.
day. Love you, girl. Have a good one. Thank
Have a
you.
great day.
Thanks. Hi, my name is Anna Reyes-Ouzts, Executive Director, Bold Ladies in Business. If you're looking to network and make a difference in your community with like-minded women and make connections at a deeper level, guess what? You have come to the right place. Bold Ladies in Business has several chapters all over the state of Florida, and we would love to hear from you. Again, Bold Ladies in Business, nonprofit organization. Go big, go bold. Bye.